So we are using the compiler. So we are using the compiler to convert the high level language into the low level language. High level language into the low level language. That is the job of the compiler. Second, translator is called as a interpreter. So compiler is nothing but a translator which convert your high level language into low level language. Second, converter translator is the interpreter. So the basic working difference between both are the translator which converts high level language into the computer language, that is a machine level language, that is a binary language. Now the working difference between the compiler and the interpreter is compiler takes the whole program at a time for the translation and start converting it into the low level language. Okay, whole program at a time and start converting it into the machine level language. That's why compiler is called as a faster. Compiler converts the high level language much faster because it takes whole program at a time and start converting. Whereas interpreter takes the line by line. It will take your program line by line and convert your program line by line. First, it will convert the first instruction, whatever you have written, into the high level language. After finishing the first language, you it will start the second sentence, second instruction. After that, third instruction. So it goes line by line. That is the working principle of interpreter. So interpreter is somewhat slower than the compiler. But nowadays the programming or the technologies increase so much, we doesn't actually feel the difference between the compiler and the translator, the speed difference. But for debugging purpose, interpreter is much easier for debugging. Debugging means what? Finding the problem, finding the error is the debugging. So for the debugging purpose, the interpreters are much more accurate because interpreter convert takes one line and convert. So while converting that single line, if it finds there is some error, there is some unknown word, some bracket is missing, comma is missing, it will immediately reflect that as a syntax error. Okay, so we'll get the exact position of that error. So to show the errors, translator is much more accurate. But again, as I said, technology and the programming skills are so much increased. Even your compiler gives the exact location, line number, where the error is occurred. So there is no that much nowadays that much difference between the compiler and the translator. But as a computer engineer, we must know the difference between these two. Now, any formal languages has two parts. First is called as the alphabet, and second is called as a grammar. Alphabet and second is called as a grammar. Now the alphabet means what? The symbols. Alphabet means what? The symbols which we are using to form the language. The symbols which we are using to form the languages. That is called as a alphabets. Okay. So every language has a fixed number of alphabets. That is called as a finite. Now in a mathematical syntax, mathematical words, we'll call it as a finite. Finite means what? Fix, which has the end, finite, fix. So all the formal languages has a finite number of non-empty set of symbols. Non-empty set means what? There must be some alphabets, symbols. So non-empty set of symbols, combination of symbols. That is called as an alphabet. So all the languages has an alphabet. As we already know, the binary language has a two alphabets only. Binary language has a two symbols. That is called as a 0 and 1. So binary language is made up of these two alphabets only. So all the words of binary language is a combination of 0 and 1. Any combinations, any number of time we can use these alphabets. But only two alphabets we can use. Only two alphabets we can use. Okay. So That is what your alphabet is. So for any language, now for English, we are having the 26 alphabets or 27, 26 or 27. So we are having the 26 alphabets in a English language. Okay. For the decimal number, we are having 10 digits, 0 to 9. For a decimal number, we are having the 10 digits, 0 to 9. So 0 to 9, that is a 10. 10 in a Roman language, it is called as a decimal. That's why it's a name. The numbering system is called as a decimal number. Deci means 10. So it has a 10 alphabets. Binary. Bi.
काहीतरी चालू आहे ते
Bi means what? 2. So binary number has 2 alphabets. Binary number has 2 alphabets. Okay. So that is what your binary 2 alphabets, octal 8 alphabets. So all these languages, number of alphabets, depending on the number of alphabets, we are naming that languages. Okay. So this is all about binary, octal, decimal, or English alphabet. Now, do you know how many alphabets your regional language has? Okay, that is a question. Now, in a chat, just give me the answer. Whatever regional language you have. If suppose some are having the Maharashtrian, so tell me the how many alphabets this Marathi language has. So someone is a South Indian. So please tell me. Just give answer in the chat. So that is Marathi is having 36 alphabets. Okay. So it's a absolutely not correct answer. Marathi has 48 alphabets. Vyanjan and Swar. Okay. So language, any all regional language. So we know that Chinese language is having the most number of alphabets. Now that is for homework. Actually, nowadays our relation with the China is not good. Still, just find out the how many alphabets this Chinese language has. Okay. So Marathi, someone is saying 36, good attempt actually. So someone is having some another regional language, mother tongue. So please let me know the number of alphabets. Okay. So very clear with the alphabet. So alphabets is any symbol with the help of which we are making the language. Now second component of the language is called as a grammar. Alphabets and the grammars. Now grammar means what? The rules. Grammar means what? The rules. Now in Hindi or Marathi language, we are using the verb at the end of a sentence. At the end of a sentence mostly. In a English, we are using the verb in between the sentence. So how to, if I'm using the I, so there should be am, I am. I cannot use I with is, I with are. So this is what the grammar is. So grammar is nothing but a rules, the regulations, which we are using to form the language, to form the sentences of the language. Okay. So every language has an alphabet as well as the rules for that language. We must use the alphabets to form the sentence with the help of the grammar, with the help of the grammar. That is the rules. So rules are more important in our subject because we are going to talk mostly on the rules, regulations. So that is what about formal languages. Alphabets and grammar is nothing but a rules which we have to follow while we are making a sentence. So I think this alphabet is one. Vaishnavi has given an answer 17 alphabets in a Japanese. Very good. So this is what about alphabet. Now second terminology in the this formal languages are called as a string or the words. Now as we know, the words or a string means what? It is a combination